as much as I love Yorkshire, Lancashire, right, I don't think there's probably been a more revered player than Keith Senior. In fact, you don't realise how big Keith Senior is till you go to Australia, and Australians talk about him like he's some sort of demigod. Him and Moz. Do you know that, Keith? When you actually go to Australia, everybody knows. Nobody has got a clue who I am, right? And never will do. And they haven't got a clue. Majority of rugby league players have. But when you go to Australia, everybody knows who Keith Senior is.
Jonesy, you are now more famous for rugby than you were for rugby.
It has taken me on the platform, hasn't it, Keith? Given me an opportunity. But it's good to be here, and we're still surviving. You was one of the original founders of Rugby, Keith. Are you happy with what we're doing with this event?
Yeah, it's immense. Obviously, she's trying to take over. She's like a mother. Once you put a mic in her face, then she tries to sing all the time, so she's trying to take over. But yeah, it's the way all this Legends format's gone, it's gone from strength to strength, and it's great to still be involved and still be part of the game. And that's what, like we say, with Wagga getting involved in certain individuals, getting Gilly back and getting all these players back, because in theory, when you have done, you are forgotten about, and that's the harsh reality of rugby league and sport in general. So catching back up with the boys and getting back in the change room, it's always good. Me and Wagga, we had a game a couple of weeks ago, and it were great to get that camaraderie back again and have a few beers afterwards, which awesome. Is what you can't do when you're playing.
No, you can't. And I'm looking forward to getting forgotten about, Keith, because I get hammered most weeks. I just get abused anyway, so it'd be nice to be rest bite. But Lee Crooks was telling us a little bit about playing for Yorkshire 6 times and winning all 6. What do you remember about your experiences in the Yorkshire v Lancashire?
Yeah, mine wasn't as successful. I played 3 times for Yorkshire Lancashire and only got 1 victory out of it. It was always difficult because it was always midweek games, and that was the way how the format was. You'd play on a Friday, then you'd go into camp on the Sunday, play on the Wednesday, then you'd possibly have another game on the Friday or that Sunday again. So it was a tough do, but like any game, it was classed as an international. I've got the cap on the wall, with my other ones, and like anything, it's always an honour to represent your county.
That's awesome, mate. A cap as well. I didn't realise that. Never had that opportunity. We had ours on a Wednesday last year, and I think we had about 5,500 people there, so it should be rocking here. I remember Rugby M Rocks a few years ago. It was outstanding, great day for cast people, fans, and anybody that come down as a rugby league fan. We had a great time. But Keith, you talked about not playing anymore. Now you've got a big role with RLKs. What is it exactly that you're doing there?
A little bit is about engaging players back into the game, back into the teams a little bit as well, and giving them a little bit of sense of purpose. Because like I say, you end up finishing and you lose that sense of purpose. We've got Dean Sampson, who's coming today, and he's come straight from work, come straight from the building site, and when you've played in the amount of games that he has, and the honours that he's achieved, and then all of a sudden that goes away, you lose a little bit of yourself, and so it's getting people back and also helping with that transition. Not everybody's transition from playing into civilian, you don't like to say it, back into the real world of work. Some people don't take it very well, and some people do struggle. So half the time it's not about money. We earn some good money. A lot of people that play rugby league.
You did.
Says the man.
Why do you think I'm trying to play 20 years?
You are going on
so I can earn about a fifth of what you earned.
and that's the harsh reality, is that some people do struggle. So helping them out and getting them back into it, and going around into clubs. I've been to Leeds and done the presentation, and getting people in education, because some people have gone straight from school straight into rugby league. Then what do you do when you're finished? Some people don't. I never took that initiative to get myself educated and get a qualification, and I struggled getting a job when I finished. So let's make sure that we can get them educated, get a qualification, so make that transition as smooth as possible.
Gone right back to square one. Started breeding as well, haven't you, young'uns? Kids, tell me about baby here. She's an active one. Will she be running those Tough Mudder marathons soon?
Oh yeah, mother's gonna get her to. She likes a little bit of kickboxing, does her mother, so she's looking forward to take her there and getting her in the mud runs. But knowing our luck, she'll be a girly girl. This is as pink as she wears normally, so yeah, she'll be a bit of a bruiser. But yeah, I've got an 18-year-old that's just passed the driving test and starting again with a 15-month-old, so it don't get any easier, does it?
Certainly does. You like to make it hard, Keith. Last question, anybody out there who's thinking about coming down, what would you say to them?
Oh, it's a full day event. That's the thing. It's not just about rugby. It's about the family as well. It's about coming down, watching some quality amateur rugby league, and that's the thing. You've done a great job with the NCL and showcase some of these guys, and you know, some of these kids are going to be great for me to look at for Sheffield and that type of thing, and see if we can get them knocking on the professional door. And then you can see some old guys running about trying to do what they used to do many, many years ago.
And it never gets boring. And I look at some of those stars like Dean Sampson, like Jimmy Lowes, like Keith Senior, and they're still up there in my own perceptions, love them to bits, starstruck, and all that goes with it. So get yourself down, come and meet the players and have some fun.